Zombie Diaries 2 World of the Dead. Released by Dimension Films under their Dimension Extreme label. Released June 24th, 2011. It's obviously a sequel to Zombie Diaries, which was a found footage zombie film that came out around the same time as Diary of the Dead, actually. Um, yeah, and it developed quite a big buzz. It's a British film, so um, yeah, they did it a little differently, and it made quite a buzz, so they made a sequel about it. The stars Alex Welton Reagan and Philip Brody. Produced by Rob Weston, and written by Kevin Gates and co-directed by Kevin Gates, and it was also directed by Michael Bartlett, who's also done like Zombie Diaries 1, Paranormal Diaries, and The Treehouse. He's only done like 4 films so far, so yeah. But yeah, so Zombie Diaries is your typical zombie movie. It starts off found footage style though, and yeah, it has your typical zombie tropes in it. There's not very much new for this. This is more for just the people who like watching zombies and military people go around shooting them. Yeah, so basically it's your typical Zombie Diaries type deal. Your uh, zombie apocalypse type deal. It does start with a pandemic, which is surprisingly relatable right now. Yeah, and basically, it's spread amongst the world, and this is Britain's their way of depicting Britain dealing with a zombie apocalypse. So, yeah, it starts off with a cameraman basically following the military around, and you basically get taken for the ride of them trying to get to the safe boats that are coming to the British shorelines to save the survivors and get them out of there before the whole place gets infested by zombies. So basically, it's your typical survival, military survival film. It has quite a Dog Soldiers type feel, but a little cheaper feeling of it. And they don't stay in one house for the whole thing. It's like constantly moving, but they do bring back some characters from the first ones, like the thugs and stuff, and they're a little more dark and evil in this one. So they're hiding out in like a farmhouse, and the military people stumble upon it, and the cameraman and one other chick end up getting like stuck there. And basically, there's some triggers that some people probably will find hard to watch, where there's basically a rape scene in this film, and that's kind of pointless and doesn't do anything for the narrative. And they basically try to push the envelope and add random things that kind of didn't really make sense in a zombie movie, like the rape scene I just mentioned. So, but yeah, and then they basically push through, and then throughout the film, there's these flashback scenes that are more like cinematic style, so it takes you out of the found footage feel and has more of just like a normal zombie film feel, and back to like when it started, and you learn, spoiler, that some of the people in the military were part of the ones uh trying to eliminate the virus and killing innocent people and stuff like that, and they're feeling the regret of it, which you slowly see in their faces and stuff. So it's that's how I interpret it anyways. You can interpret it in a couple different ways in this film, but overall it's just your generic zombie film. Nothing over the top or anything. Your typical found footage style. And the makeup is hit and miss. Some scenes it's really good, some scenes it's eh. And the one big benefit they had, though, after watching some of the behind the scenes stuff, is they actually had a British military commander, giving them, put them through like the actors through a boot camp. So they knew how to talk and how the military would actually respond in situations like that, which kind of gives it a little more authentic feel to it, which definitely helps it, but it's still just a zombie movie. So as your typical thing, there's nothing too drastic or crazy. They try to add some shocking elements, sort of like you see in 70s films, like I said, like that Last House on the Left sort of style, and some other like odds and ends. They try to be like a little spooky and add some tension, but it doesn't really go too well. Overall, it's just your typical zombie action film. It was okay. Nothing too drastic. But that's what you expect for a sequel like this. Like they couldn't push it too far, and they couldn't go too far to make this a super big franchise or anything, as far as I'm aware. Because I don't think there's even another one after this. So, yeah, Zombie Diaries 2: World of the Dead is overall just an okay watch. If you like watching zombie movies, you might find this one interesting. And if you like action movies, it has quite a bit of action in it, but there's nothing really scary about it. It has some dark scenes and stuff. There's some stupid scenes where they try to build tension, which it doesn't work. So, yeah. So with all that in play, I'm gonna have to give this one a 2 out of 5 because it was just your generic zombie film. So it's hard to find authentic stuff nowadays, but at least talking about these type of films sort of gives like indie filmmakers and stuff a little more time in the spotlight, and people should check them out even if it's not like the greatest movie out there. So yeah, trailer's linked down below if you want to check it out, or if you saw it a while ago and you want to revisit it, it's linked down below. Also, my Instagram's always linked down below where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story, so make sure you follow me there. I usually put the title of the film in a hashtag somewhere in the video clip for fun, so if you want to try to figure out what I'm watching, you can look for it, or if you want to just guess, you do that too. Also, I put the genre of film because I know some certain people don't like certain genres of film and stuff, so I post that there in case it's something you're not interested in and you're aware of it. So yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram to stay in the loop. Also, like this video, share it if you really want to. Comment down below your opinions of it if you've seen it. I'd love to hear about that. Also, if you have any films at all that you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below. I'll try my hardest to get them as soon as I can if I can find them. And make sure you subscribe because you never know what I'm going to talk about next because, well, I think I'm only going to do like one other horror film and then go into some other genre for a little bit. So we'll see though. So yeah, until the next review, take it easy.